Now, I dropped me a few tears. That title, Let Go, stood out to me like 3D, 5D. Child, got involved with this man. And no matter how abused she was being, when she saw her, it was just like, what do you want? Like that, you know. It wasn't like, oh my God, thank God you're here. Oh my God, I needed you so much. It wasn't like that, okay? And sometimes people will put themselves in positions just not to have to deal with something that they don't like dealing with, which is like sharing their child. They do stuff, you know, and I think that's what the girl did. But sometimes people make bad decisions. I feel like from that movie, from my perspective, to get out that woman's house so that she could have more control and more freedom with her son, she got involved with a man that she thought can provide for her, and that was tough enough to tell her, no, you can't see Jimmy. That was the little boy's name, whenever you freaking want to. So she got involved with a man who basically, like, where it would look like it's him, but it's her too, to be able to like fight her battles for her. And this man turned out to be an abuser. He abused her, he abused her son. And but even with being abused, she was not trying to make no exception for the relationship with the grandma, because she felt like the grandma was basically overstepping her boundaries when it comes to the son. Like, nobody's gonna take my son. That's how it was.
Starting all over again.
Hey,
it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
On us, but we're gonna make it.
Hey.
Starting all over again. It's gonna be rough on us, but we're gonna make it.
They look good. So I'm gonna try to break down the movie for y'all real quick. So the movie consists of, I would say, 6 characters. It was the mother, the husband, the son, the son's wife, the baby, which was the little boy, the Indian man. And then I'm gonna add a couple more that kind of stood out, which was the new son-in-law, his mom, and I'm gonna add the mom and family with the mom. Okay, so in the beginning, I picked up, and I think I'm gonna tell y'all about it from my perspective without breaking it all the way down. That way you can see the show for yourself. And it was on, I think, HBO. So in the beginning, the mom was sitting in the kitchen. Her husband was eating toast, and then her son came downstairs and he started playing with the newborn baby. After he played with the newborn baby, the wife was changing the baby, playing with the baby, I guess, like bathing him or preparing him, whatever she was doing with the baby. And the mother of the son interrupted her time with her child. And I noticed in the beginning that kind of bothered me a little bit, because I was saying, like, I know grandparents want their time with their grandchildren and stuff like that, but I lived in the house with them. But when you see the mom literally enjoying her baby, you don't have to go out your way to always make that woman feel as though she's not doing a good enough job, or everything she's doing just not right. She kind of grabbed the baby, was like, no, that's not how you do it. And then she started playing with the baby, and then put the baby in the sink. And it went from the baby being enjoyed by the mom to now the grandmother just took over in that moment. And I think that moment kind of like just bothered me a little bit, because I was saying, like, you done had your time with your son. There's a place for a grandmother, and there's the place for the mom. You know what I mean? And if the mom is really enjoying her child, who is you to put it into that at that moment, and also to put her down in that same moment and make her feel like ish. You know, that's how I took it. So her son, the mom's son, had went out on the horse. I guess the husband started doing something else, and while the mom was playing with the little boy, not his mother, but the main mom, playing with the little boy, her grandson. She knows that her son's horse showed back up without her son, and she starts screaming, "George!" And George came running, and George went running, which was the father. He got on the horse, went out there looking for his son. His son had looked like he might have fell off the horse. He was all twisted up, all messed up. So the father closed his eyes. He was dead. It jumped. Us never seeing like the funeral, the mom seeing the son come back on the horse dead. We never saw none of the grieving, none of that. It jumped from the son's wife being remarried to a new dude, and her son looked like he's about 3 years later, 3 years old. And the mother and the father was there to, I guess, supporting the wedding, you know, her marrying someone else. And I guess she moved out of the house, and she's with her new man. She invited them over, and the house seemed kind of like struggled, shabby. And she was saying that she ordered new furniture, is on layaway, that the house gonna look better in the future. So the mom, I guess, concerned about the little boy, she wanted to see him. So instead of like, you know, going to go see him whenever she went, she would just like watch them, I guess, them come out store, see what they doing or whatever. So one day the son's wife with her new husband was out with the little boy, and they went and got ice cream. Now the mom is sitting in the car and she's watching this. A little boy walking, all three of them eating ice cream, and like a cute little family. You're like, and the first thing I picked up was like, oh, look at that. And that's what the mother picked up. It was like an awe moment. All of a sudden, little boy ice cream falls. When the mother went down to kind of talk to him, now you baby a child, when the ice cream fall, you feel bad for them, they're about to cry. The man offered his ice cream to the little boy, and the little boy didn't want it. So he started yelling at the little boy. Next thing you know, he hit the little boy in the head, smacked him upside the head. And the mother jumped. Then he hit the wife in her head when she told him not to hit her son. He hit her. And they both were, the little boy was like this, scared to death. And you could tell that they had been being abused. It wasn't the first time. They had been being abused, the little boy and the mother. The next thing I saw, the mother, she was just packing. I mean, just packing, like she was leaving. And I was saying to myself, when is she gonna tell the husband that her grandson is being abused, or tell him what he saw or something? And when's she gonna do that? And later on that night, the husband comes home. He sees the car packed, like she's leaving him. He comes in the house and he's like, well, were you gonna tell me anything? And I guess she let him know. And that's what I'm talking about. Like back then, like she ain't had to get permission from him. She going after her grandson. And you know what? Let me go back too, because before that scene, I guess she went over to be like an olive branch to the girl. When she got there, the neighbor said they had moved out all of a sudden, and the girl and the boys moving to his family house in Dakota, in a whole nother place. And they have no idea where, you know, his family was staying out there. And that's when they jumped to the scene where she went home packing. And I know she was saying, I'm definitely going to go get my grandson. She had a gun. And she packed up the gun and put it under the seat in case she needed it. Well, she was not. She was coming back with her grandson. Well, she told the father what had been going on, what happened. And he was saying, look, she married the man. She ain't gonna get that baby to us. That baby not gonna come live with us. we need to just like kind of let that be. And she was like, that's your grandson. And she was like really stern and passionate about it because it's her son's son. And they loved him. They raised him up, I guess, up until he was 3. You know, she didn't want to see no harm come to her baby boy's son. And now her son is gone. The husband said, you're going to just go without me. She said, you have a choice. You could go with me. But yeah, if you're not going, I'm going without you. So he packed up his stuff and he went with her. That was the slowest the movie was basically going to be. After that, it was like starting to move up. And I thought I was going to fall asleep on it. Because that's how I am. I find me a good movie, fall asleep. Then Nadine stayed both. I was shocked. Y'all know I always tell y'all Nadine fall asleep on me. And I have to tell her about the movie later. Not this time. Not this time. She definitely stayed woke and watched the movie with me. It was good. On the road, on their way there, I guess they stopped at this this Indian like land or something, or just this land, and there happened to be an Indian man out there looking over their car and everything while they were sitting out there, you know, taking a break. And they thought he was trying to steal something from them, but kind of find out he was just living off the grid on the land. They were out there with him having cake or whatever, which was the cake that she had baked to take to the house to make a peace offering with the girl, but the girl was no longer there, so she carried the cake on the road. The young man, they told the Indian man that they were looking for their grandson, and the last name were the Weaver boys. I might be saying it wrong. The Weavers, the Weeders, the Weaver boys, something like that. Anyway, he said he never heard of Donnie, but he know that that family is no good. Like, be careful. Like, if you go look for them, but go carefully, you know. I found out later on in the picture that the lady's husband worked for the law years ago, but he was an older man now. And he a lawman going after criminals to try to get his son back, his grandson. I knew then it was going to be some trouble. When they got into town, I went to the police station trying to get some information. One policeman gave them some information. Yeah, check this out. They asked them, did they know where a hotel was where they can stay that night? And police said, well, if you want somewhere clean and safe to stay, you could stay here in the jail. Me and Nadine thought he was joking. Child, they fixed their beds. They got company in the jail. I said, where they do that? Where they do that at? Where they offer you to stay in the jail to sleep and get you some sleep and rest. You don't have to pay no money for no hotel. I said, Dad, you know this when we old. And even if it was in this day and age, I know for a fact we wouldn't be able to stay at the jail in a nice comfy bed. I don't even know if the jails have comfy beds the way that bed was comfy in that movie. So the cop gave them some information, and they went out looking for him. They got to one place. A guy said he's a second cousin. He haven't seen their grandson. Told him he had to go way across town. They went across town. They ran into like Donnie's brother, I think. And he had told them, come back like around 4 o'clock. And he's going to take them where the grandson was. But it wasn't really friendly. He was very condescending to the lady. And kind of like smirking and being smart with the man. It wasn't friendly. But they said they'll meet him back. Oh, I got some chips left. They'll meet him back at 4 o'clock. I was saying to myself, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. But the husband tried to talk to the wife and tell her this wasn't a good idea. The man didn't like them. The man wasn't their friend. And he wasn't trying to help them get their grandson back. And the wife, she was stern and determined. Nothing's going to stop her from getting her grandson. I met him back at 4 o'clock. They were a little late. And he drove them to, I guess, Donnie's mama house. She invited them for dinner. And it took them a long time to get there. It seemed like he was trying to lose the husband because he told the husband that one of them got riding in a truck with him and the other one got to follow behind her. Bad idea. The wife stayed. The wife went in the car with him, the truck. The husband followed behind. But he kept trying to lose the husband. But eventually they ended up at a house. Scary big house. A lady was there, smoking her cigarette, looking like a whole gangster. From back in the day. Well, she give the word, and everybody do what she say do. She's the boss. She didn't like them from the beginning when they walked through the door. She said she was making pork chops for the family. And they immediately had to sit at the dinner table. They weren't here for the food. They just wanted their grandson. So at first they thought that she was basically not going to give them information they need to see their grandson. After a bunch of talk, jabs here and there on both sides, she said, oh, okay, here come the happy couple now. So when they saw the daughter-in-law, it wasn't like, oh my God, hey, hi. It was like, oh, hey, like, B, what you doing here? That's how it was. And it wasn't like she was happy to see them to me at all. Because the grandson was really like frightened. And he's really happy to see his grandmother. So the lady only let them talk to the grandson for about, I say, a minute or two. Told him that the boy had to go to bed. And they got into like a little argument with them. Because they were saying they drove so far and they came so far they want to see their grandson. They was like, no. Power trip, like power. Because they have the desire to want to see him, take the desire away and let them know, because they said they ain't gonna see them, they're not gonna see the grandson. Power trip. So the grandmother, she was trying to make her way out the door. She was gonna jump in the car and ride off, and they told her don't even try it. Basically they had guns and they was not playing with her. Her husband calmed her down, let her know to put the boy down. It's okay, we'll leave. They left. Instead of going back home, they waited. They found out that the girl had a job. And the mama was shocked. She was shocked that the girl had to work. Because I'm feeling like back in the day when you got married and stuff like that, you should be home taking care of your child, not working. They had her out there working. They waited for her on her job. When they got there, they told her where they were staying at. They could get her out. She could come back and stay with her. And her and the girl went back and forth because basically the girl was saying, look, you don't like me and I don't like you. And it's always been that way. And now you want to help me and my son, or you just want me to give you my son. And the girl was not trying to hear giving up her child. Like, in a situation of you being abused, like for me, if I was being abused and I couldn't get out, and I knew that like it was dangerous for me to try to get out, but I knew that someone that cared for my child would be safe, I would let my child stay with them so my child wouldn't be abused. But she wasn't trying to separate from her child, period. And then they told her, oh, you could come back and live with us. And now people throw up in your face of how you used to treat them or how you felt about them. That's what she did, told her. You basically didn't like me. And now you want me to come back and live with you. She was like, look, I'm sorry for what happened. I shouldn't have treated you like that. I should have treated you like my daughter, da 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 da. So the girl was like, okay, well, I'll come back. It'll be 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, y'all better not trust her. Y'all better not trust her. Because sometimes people make bad decisions. I feel like from that movie, from my perspective, to get out that woman's house so that she could have more control and more freedom with her son, she got involved with a man that she thought can provide for her, and that was tough enough to tell her, no, you can't see Jimmy. That was the little boy's name. Whenever you freaking want to. So she got involved with a man who basically, like, where it would look like it's him but it's her too, to be able to like fight her battles for her. And this man turned out to be an abuser. He abused her. He abused her son. And but even with being abused, she was not trying to make no exception for the relationship with the grandma, because she felt like the grandma was basically overstepping her boundaries when it comes to the son. Like, nobody's gonna take my son. That's how it was. She got involved with this man. And no matter how abused she was being, when she saw her, it was just like, what do you want? Like that, you know. It wasn't like, oh my God, thank God you're here. Oh my God, I need you so much. It wasn't like that, okay? And sometimes people will put themselves in positions just not to have to deal with something that they don't like dealing with, which is like sharing their child. They do stuff, you know, and I think that's what the girl did. She put herself in a position where she didn't have to share her child with her dead ex-husband family anymore. And basically the husband was trying to tell her, like you gotta let it go. She wasn't trying to hear that. So her and her husband decided, they were so happy. They were so happy that the girl was gonna come back with them. Child, they was in the hotel kissing, making out, making love. They went out to dinner. They had all these sweet memory talks. They were just consoling each other, you know. Now, mind you, their son is dead, so they've been through a lot. But I was saying to Nadine, why they guard down? Why is they guard down? And why they telling that lady where they stay at? I was like, don't tell her where y'all stay at. Don't trust her. Now, they were supposed to meet her at 2 o'clock in the morning. She gave them a location where she was going to meet them. They get some knock on their door like around 12. And the father goes to the door. He opens the door a little bit, and they bam rush in there. All the brothers, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them, and then the mother. And she comes in there, she got her gun, and she like, you let us in. You let us in. You know what I'm saying? We ain't commit no crime. You let us in. And when they got in there, they basically, the mother was upset that they was trying to take their grandchild. Said that they was bullying the girl, and they tried to take the grandchild, and then she know if it was her son, she'd be ready to kill somebody over her child. And the lady was like, no, that's not what happened. She wants to come with us because Donnie is beating her, abusing her. And she's like, how do you know? She said, I saw it. She said, well, what did he do? She said, he hit her. No, she told first he hit the son. Then he said he hit her too. She was like, well, how he hit her? So she smacks Donnie and said, did he hit her like that? And she's like, no, he hit her harder. So then she turned around and had Donnie hit her harder, like he hit the wife. And she's like that? I was like, oh, so these men, they're being raised to be abused and be killers and all of that. It's the mother raising them that way. Child, I was like, oh, they're in trouble now. They're in trouble now. So they hold down the husband. And make a long story short, at the end of all of that scuffling and fighting and stuff like that, And one of the sons saying that they want to like basically take the wife, like take her out of her will and keep her. Like they keeping Donnie's new wife and kill the husband. Basically, that's what they wanted to do. They hold down the husband, put his hands out, and tell Donnie to they took an axe out the bag and chop off his hands. I didn't think they was really going to do it. Child. I thought the scene was going to be cut because there haven't really been no graphic scenes. All 4 of them fingers, all 5 of the fingers came off. All of them. All the nubs. Gone. Axe it. Right off. Everything off. That was too much. It was too much. And I thought that from there, it was going to be over. It wasn't over. They ended up driving back to the hospital. The hospital didn't really, just wrap them up, didn't really give them all that much of a care. The police came and basically took, you know, the Weaver's family side and was like, well, they said you did this, you did that, you need to get out of town, you're causing problems. Basically, the police was in their pockets. And, or they was in, I don't know, the police was in their pocket. I don't know how that saying go, but no matter what, the criminals had some leeway in that town, so they basically just need to go. She gets on the road. Instead of going home, she stops at the Indian place and the Indian man's place, and he helped heal her husband, trying to like you know, because he was in so much pain. In the middle of the night, the husband leaves. In the middle of the night, because after he talked to his wife was saying that she had an idea. And her idea was, let's stay out here with the Indian man and Bill. And he said, for what? So you can take a peep at Jimmy every once in a while? I said, child, they're going to come out there and kill you, the husband, and the Indian man. Take your butt home. So, and the husband, after the husband told her that was impossible, like, that's stupid, she basically, you know, broke down and cried and everything. And she said she tried to get the son back. She really tried to get Jimmy back. And when she went to sleep, the husband took his butt out there to them people's house with his hand all cut off. And he got out there. And he set a fire in the house, distract them. And he went to the room, to the man who cut his hands off, which is Donnie. Put the shotgun up to his head. And he had it like this, because this hand all cut up. And he had the shotgun like this. Told him, make one freaking move. Go ahead, make a sound. That's all you gotta do is make a sound, you gone. Because the husband kind of felt like he was gonna die anyway, but he was gonna take somebody out with him. And then he told the girl, do you want to go? Do you want to come with us? And she said yes. She grabbed the boy and she left. Went running downstairs, supposed to ran out the house. She was getting on her, procrastinating, taking too long. Y'all know how that go. Go, 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 run, run, run. And she started like acting scared, you know. But he had to face all 5 of the brothers. And it was definitely a gun shootout. It was terrible, even with the mom, the boy's mother. And the end of the whole thing, I ain't gonna tell y'all everything, y'all gotta watch it, but I know I told y'all a lot. But the end of the whole thing, I'm gonna tell y'all this part. It was so sad. The father did not come back with them. In the end, it was Jimmy, her daughter-in-law, and her riding back to his home, and the dad wasn't coming back. Now, I dropped me a few tears. That title, Let Go, stood out to me like 3D, 5D. Child. And she looked over and she saw the little boy. He's sleeping in peace, and the mom. At the end of the day, I feel like her and the mom are going to still go through some things, even though the grandson is going to be safe. Her husband lost his whole entire life because she couldn't let go. That's how I took it. But in the end, when he was dying, she whispered some good things in his ear and told him some things. And you could see he had a smile on his face. It was sad. It even made me emotional now just thinking about it, because it was so freaking sad. But it was a good show. It was a good movie. It was a good movie, not a show, y'all. It was a good movie. It should have been a show, because if it was a show, child, oof, we would have saw some serious drama. But yeah, I'm hungry now. I'm going to close my eyes for a few minutes. And once again, thank you, Caitlin, Jerica, Flower Kids, buy it, try it, make it, sell it, all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for everything that y'all have ever done. Even the ones that done something for me in the past. All of y'all. Prince Charles, Chris, Jamie, all of y'all. All of y'all. Thank you so much. It's so many names that I could name. But I just want to say, everybody who donated to my GoFundMe, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything. I do. Everything, to even just being able to spend time with me here and there, supporting the ASMRTheChew family channel. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to take me, I'm just going to close my eyes a little bit because I am tired. I told y'all I'm in transition of healing. And when I'm going through that, oh, I thought my earring fell out. I felt like I felt it. I'm going through that. I sleep a lot. And I still got some stuff I got to do. Y'all, I got to go to, oh, so y'all going to see me again today if my camera don't die. I got to go to H-E-B, Sprouts, Kroger's, and Walmart. Pick up my food today. Yeah. But before I go, y'all, what y'all think about my burger? That Impossible Ground is so good. So if you're a vegetarian, you gotta try it. You're gonna really like it. It was so good. It was delicious, y'all. And that gluten-free burger bun, I got it from Trader Joe's. I think it might be even a Trader Joe's brand. Freaking delicious. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I really enjoyed my dinner, my food. Now I'm sitting here thinking about what I'm gonna enjoy when I get home. I told Nadine to order some yams, so I'm gonna cut up some yams and I'm gonna put butter and honey on it and just stick it in the oven on some level foil and let it cook. And then I'm probably gonna eat some salmon with this salmon and some kale. I'm hungry, y'all. I can't be talking about food. Let me lay my, I'm going to lay my butt down. Let me lay my head down a little bit, y'all. Check this out. I bought my finger the other day. This is so freaking cute. I bought this from a boutique, y'all. I thought it was so cute when I saw it. I love the color of it. I got two. I bought one from what was the name of it? Miss A. But this one I bought from a boutique. And this one was only $1.99. The one from Miss A might have been like $1. But oh, this is pretty. I love it. Yes. Yes. I love the color. Purple and gold. Isn't that pretty? And black. Ooh, eyeshadow. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, y'all. I'm getting ready to lay down for a little bit on this chair. All kind of lip gloss going on. And I'm gonna talk to y'all in a little bit. Y'all probably see me when I go pick up my food. Realize I'm getting gas from Kroger's because we have points. But I got a notice, I think from Sprouts and Walmart, that my pickup window is closing. And I'm trying like not to get stressed out because there's just some places, people, or things that's just not worth getting stressed out about. I have been trying to really stay calm mentally and spiritually, just focusing on what's good for me so that I can wake up matter of fact, go to sleep good and wake up good. You know, wake up with a good spirit, wake up with good intentions, wake up with my thoughts and my thought process being good. So I try not to let too much get to me or stress me out. But I'm hoping that I do get all the food that we're supposed to get, because I don't want to feel stressed out. And I think I'm feeling that mentally because I'm hungry. Like, I don't want nothing missing. Whatever we supposed to get, I want to get, so that wherever I can fix me real quick when I get home, I'm hungry. I'm thinking about making me a spinach salad with some cheese and I don't know what else I'm gonna put in it, but I got this cheese at home that's supposed to be like a spread cheese, but I'm gonna chop it up and make me like a spinach salad. That's what I think I want. And maybe like fry me an egg or something. I'm so hungry right now, my stomach tightened up. So hopefully, and then it looked like it's about to like pour down rain. I don't want it to rain on us while we out here. I don't feel like driving in the rain. I don't want to be in the rain. I don't really want to see the rain because I'm already sleepy. So hopefully we get the food on time and I get to eat, and then I still feel like I'm going to have a really good night or a good turnout. Plus, Dream said he might be coming over, so I want to be in a good mood when my son come over. We'll see. Made it to our last stop. We at Sprouts. I stopped at Starbucks and I got me a almond milk with what they say, sugar-free vanilla. I told them, the last time I think I tried something sugar-free for them, and they gave me one pump and I barely tasted, like it didn't feel like nothing was there but almond milk. So hopefully this tastes pretty good. I'm about to sit here and enjoy my cheese Danish. They should be out soon, and then I'll be on my way home. Traffic is crazy out there today, but literally I've been getting through it, which is nice, you know, because sometimes there's nothing you can really do about the traffic, but when traffic is moving pretty good. Okay. I don't know why, but the almond milk tastes strong today, like almond. Of course, but almond. It looks good too. I'm gonna enjoy that for a minute. I got a long way to go home because I didn't want to go to certain stores I like. I'm just getting to the point where if stuff don't certain things don't be right, I'm just gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna keep trying. So hopefully I get home before it get dark.
Testing 1 2 1 2. It's been a long day. You just wanna go away. You can't sleep at night, and now I'm here. I can't promise tomorrow, but you're gonna feel out today. We can tingle it away. Now I'm here.